Good evening. Welcome to Cakes No Filter Football. It's Chelsea Unfiltered. This is our transfer show tonight. We're going through all the Chelsea transfer rumours. Please subscribe to the channel, like and share. Links to YouTube, Twitter and Discord are in the description. If you want to super chat, please do so. As you can see, the Godfather is back. So over to the main man, Kai. How you doing, Kai?
Hello, people. How you guys doing? I missed you guys. I mean, most of you, not all of you, because some of you are dicks, but, you know, we move. But, yeah, so we're going to talk about transfers. We're going to talk about my favorite player, Declan Rice. My second favorite player, Hakimi. And what's his name, that Norwegian blonde guy who looks like he's the offspring of abortion. Haaland, man. There you go, man.
Jeez, the offspring of an abortion? Is that what did I hear that right?
Did I
hear that 30 seconds. 30 seconds. That's all it took. Yeah. 30 seconds.
He does look a little weird in the face. I'm not gonna lie. He's got a weird forehead, that kid.
Yes, I have never seen a less handsome blonde guy in my life, man. Haaland takes it easily, man.
But, yeah.
You know, if I didn't know Haaland was Norwegian, I would have thought he was one of the hillbillies here in the States.
Kai, what do you want to talk about?
I really would have.
To be fair, he dresses like one. He dresses like one if he got money, man.
So Real Marshall and Real Chris are here. How you doing, guys?
How you doing, y'all?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
I'm Haaland. I had sex with my cousin.
Good Lord. Let's talk about Chelsea transfers. Kai, what do you want to talk about first?
Let's talk about. Let's start with the Hakimi news. Yeah, Hakimi.
Okay.
The wing back who cost more than almost as much as Havertz. Everybody wants, apparently. Which, in my opinion, I wouldn't mind if we didn't get Hakimi, because for me it's the least of my worries, the wing back positions. So I would be happy either way. But just the fact that we might have the chance, and now it looks like PSG are going to get him. So that's kind of annoys me in a way, because it's giving me a deja vu of, you know, like that season when we were going to get Van Dijk and we ended up with Rudiger. Not that Rudiger is bad or anything. Or when we wanted all those players and we ended up with Zapacostas and Drinkwater, all that crap. What do you guys think?
Who wants to go first?
I don't know who wants to go first.
Well, go first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Hakimi would be a good signing, but again, I'll be a bit annoyed if we don't get him, but I won't care too much.
Hello.
Yeah, I don't really mind if we get him or not. I'd like to get him though.
Bit more excitement.
I would say I think it's a good. I think it'd be a good signing, but I'm with Kai. If we don't get him, I'm not gonna be massively upset, because there was more players we have to look for, obviously a striker is our main priority, I think, but and there's another thing what's scaring Chelsea fans, it doesn't scare me too much, but Reece James, obviously it could replace Reece James. To me, I think Reece James would be a right centre back if Hakimi comes in. I think we could work with a good system there, so I would like Hakimi.
But is that necessarily that he's gonna take his position? They might just rotate, based on the opponents.
It could rotate, yeah. But then people are saying if it's rotating, then Reece James might leave, because Reece James might want to play most games, because Reece James probably believes he is the best right back in the world, or one of them. So I see him as a right centre back if Hakimi comes in Wednesday, but I'm not worried about that. So I would have Hakimi.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm not worried about the Hakimi thing. I really think we will land Hakimi. The difference between us and PSG right now is that we're offering PSG or not. Well, okay, there's no swap deal here, but with doing a deal with us, with Chelsea, Inter have the possibility of also being able to gain a player that can replace Hakimi. They're getting rid of Hakimi because he's too expensive, right? They need to save money where they can. If they get a Marcus Alonso and Emerson off us, we're not going to charge them that much for Emerson or Alonso. If they give us Hakimi, we'll probably work a deal out with them as well, where if they come to us later after giving us Hakimi, we can go hey, look, you hooked us up with this deal. We surely will hook you up with this deal a little bit. At least that's what I hope that Chelsea would work. And and also not only is PSG just solely money, and it really depends on Inter at this point, because Hakimi has stated that although he does prefer, or I've heard rumors that he prefers PSG because of Pochettino. I think someone told me that those rumors were fake, but let's just assume it's real. He has said he doesn't have a preference.
Based on what? His trophy captain?
Yeah, I have no idea. I that's what I mean. I think they're fake. But even then, I think he said he doesn't really mind either club. I'm sure he wants to play for Chelsea because we're the Champions League winners, and. Anyway,
the hate I'm getting from Monster, man. Get out of here, bro.
Anyways, so that being said, I did want to, before we go to Andrew, I did want to pose a question too. Let's say we don't get Hakimi, and I think we are going to get Hakimi. If we don't get Hakimi, Andrew, what is your opinion about Adama Traoré as a replacement? He's a plan B to not getting Hakimi, and then we'll go around the horn.
Yeah. That's fine. If we get Adama Traoré, that means we're starting a rugby player for the first time in a football match. I don't want him. If he's if he's going to break down some doors or something, that's fine. But or he's going to be a bodyguard, I don't mind. But the guy has for me is. You know what he is? He is a bigger version of James. If James was to put on a bit more muscle, but without the talent of Rich James.
He is literally the final evolution of James.
Yeah,
James,
he is.
He's the final evolution.
Okay, he's the evolution of, but he doesn't keep any of his powers. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't have any of his powers.
The attacks don't transfer over.
It's all gone. Regarding Hakimi. The deal is this.
Yeah.
Hakimi preference may be PSG, but it's not like if we win the bidding war, he won't come to us. He will come to us. He will sign for us. Yeah. This deal is all about Inter Milan. The player's set. The player will go either way. He'll go either way. He'll go to PSG or he'll go to Chelsea. It's set either way.
Yeah.
The deal is that I think by the June 30th, Inter Milan need to pay, I think, about 80 million euros back. Okay, because of the loan, they need to pay some of that back. Okay, they want 80 million euros so they can put it down on the book on the financial side, so they can have that intake, and then they'll try and get a player from us. If Chelsea want him and are serious, then they should just put the money down and buy him. Because he's the best.
That's the other thing too. We have the money. We can match PSG's money.
You know what I would do? I would basically pawn shop them, man. I would give them all the players that we don't want. He's like, here you have Alonso. We'll give you Acosta. Here's Barkley's. All the players. When you go to the pawn shop and you give them all your broken things, that's basically what you should do, man. Just add whatever, like 50, 40 million, and just give them all these dead players. Man.
But Kai, on that point too, like not only can we offer Inter a player, even let's say they don't want players, we also have the money. Surely we have the money to match what PSG are gonna put down.
The issue is the payment. It's the payment thing. PSG.
Yeah.
Oh, the wage structure. You're right.
Wait, PSG are offering money, but they're not willing to pay as much up front as we are. We're willing to. When we offered 60, we're willing to put 50 down as cash. Straight up, whereas PSG aren't willing to do that. They want to structure it differently. Very weird. But no, it's not very weird structure. They're willing to do that. So this is all about Inter Milan, and this is their right to do so as a selling club to get the best deal. But they only have till June 30th to get this money in.
Is it me? Is it me or Inter just started getting annoyed at us as soon as we offered them Alonso, man? Because before the Alonso rumors, man, everything was fine, and we were about to get him. He was about to sign 48. Then we just offered Alonso. They were like, "You offering us a guy who can't even drive now?"
I don't know, but like, I feel like.
Go on, Chris.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, like, apparently, like, Hakimi does actually want, like, London, like, he accepts London. He would like to live in London, but apparently his wife wants to stay at Paris, so I don't know if he wants.
She can stay there, man. He can come here just like Tuchel.
Yeah, but he might want to keep his wife happy, and so we can stay.
Why? He's 22. She's like 35. He's 22.
To be
You-
fair,
Is that the age difference?
You know what? There's a Russian saying, happy wife, happy life. You know?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
not a
but
Russian
it is.
saying, my friend. That's worldwide. That's worldwide.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
humanity saying right there.
That's
But
that's huge.
okay,
right
so
there. But
I need to
that-
bring up another thing too that I've been hearing
Yeah.
lately is okay, so let's just say, and I'm gonna specifically for Kai, and then we can all talk about it. But Livramento is someone that's been brought up a lot, and obviously, if we bring in Hakimi, Livramento doesn't play, which I don't really care. Like, listen, you're bringing a world class right wing back. I don't give a crap. This guy Livramento hasn't seen a single minute on the pitch. He still needs time to develop. Yeah, he's one of the best players in the academy right now. Apparently, he's been chosen as the player of the year in the academy. If we don't get Hakimi, would you rather get Adama and maybe Livramento goes out on a loan, or maybe he just gets sold, or would you rather just not get anyone, put the money into Haaland, and then try to work Livramento into the team?
Marshall, can I sort of throw a curve?
Let Kai answer, and then Will.
that was for Kai, Will.
Oh, okay. I thought that was just.
No, go ahead, Will. Go ahead.
I would. Do you know what? If Adama Traoré comes in, I don't think he's a great player by any means. I don't think he's really anything special, but I do think for a certain role, I think he'd be all right. He can progress. He carries the ball really well. His end product is a bit creatively on paper. I don't watch Wolves too often, to be fair, but on paper he doesn't actually look that bad.
Problem is he's better carrying with his hands.
It wouldn't be my.
I agree.
I think Livramento is a good talent, but I would, if we're going to go and get a backup, why can't we just go and get Lamptey from Brighton for 25-30 million? I'd rather just get Lamptey back than go for Adama.
But do we listen?
Wait. Hold
I
on.
am tired of us getting our second or third choice players and just spending money on them. We're just wasting money. Why can't we just keep us with another season? Keep Reece happy, and we actually try to get like our first term targets, like a Lukaku or a Haaland. I don't want us just to fill gaps,
Yeah.
Look at Zappa Costa, look at Emerson. We still can't get rid of them, man. So why just spend money for the sake of it?
Will, can I ask you something though? The Adama thing. Are we basing this off of last season stats, or are you basing it off the season before when they had Raul Jimenez?
It's not a season, especially. It's in the last year.
Yeah.
See, like the last year, I feel like the last year, his stats don't do him justice just because.
No, Marshall. I don't mean his goals and assists. I mean like his in more depth. Like for example, his through balls, his cross accuracy, his things like that.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know if because that's the thing too. Like if we don't want Adama, I rather just and we don't get Hakimi, right? I rather just develop Livramento, because from what I'm hearing, Livramento is much better wingback position than Lamptey.
It's probably from the
at
same
the
people
age
who
that-
told you Turkey was going to finish top of the group. No.
Listen. That was no one told me that. All right, that was me making my own assessment, and I'm fully in the shit for that one. All right, fucking
man,
dead
if you
forward,
turn that-
fraud
if you turn that
league,
table
fraud
upside down,
striker,
it's
fraud
not normal.
midfield.
Never do that again, Marshall. Okay, never make your own assessment.
Yeah, if you turn it,
okay?
if you squint and you rotate your head a certain way, I'm not wrong. So there you go. Thank you for pointing that out, Kai. But no, I mean like Livramento at the age that Lamptey was at Livramento's in right now, Lamptey wasn't doing the things that Livramento was doing in the academy. So I feel like Livramento, if we don't get Hakimi, which by the way, I'm saying right now, I do want Hakimi. Hakimi is my first choice. I don't necessarily think Adama would be a bad choice, just because I see the eye test. I see the potential. I see what he brings to a team, and I do trust that Tuchel will play to his strengths and will develop him into a good player like he has a few players.
You know, my
Livramento
theory
has a possibility.
You know, my theory on why people didn't mention Lamptey is because people weren't obsessed with the academy.
Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah.
Okay, because they're only obsessed with academy when Frank Lampard came in. That's the only reason. The reason Lamptey wasn't built up was because no one really focused. They didn't have the awe on the academy, and now everyone from the academy. Oh, we can't.
And not
do that
even
because doing that. We can't do this because it will affect him. Where was the outrage when Pulisic was bought? Where was the out? You know, where was the out? You know, it's just a fetish at this moment in
But you
time.
know what?
So,
You know what
No
else makes
outrage
me
when we
mad?
sold Boga, was there? No outrage.
Yeah.
when we
Yes,
sold
yeah,
Boga,
exactly, yeah,
or
exactly.
didn't
Yeah.
play Musonda.
You know what makes me mad about this whole Lamptey thing, though, is that
do.
like I love how some people
I do too,
are
man.
calling
So
for Lamptey.
Yeah.
And the same people were calling for, well, not the same people, but there were people calling for Lamptey in the beginning of the season when Reece was still developing and Reece was still like working on the Lampard. Now, what are they saying about Lamptey? Look at what Reece has done. Reece won a Champions League and single-handedly pocketed one of the best English players in the game. So I just think people with Livramento, I say give him some time. If we're not going to get Hakimi, let him develop. If we're not going to get Hakimi and we really don't want to settle for Adama, which I think is going to be okay regardless, but to say we don't get Adama, then let's just focus on developing this kid into a world-class player. Take the time. Well, not a world-class player, but a top player. Take your time to develop him. Do what you did with Billy Gilmore. Do what you did with Mount. Do the same thing you did with Reece. Like, let this guy develop into a player. If he's going to be really good, don't just dump him into the team. I think it'd be stupid if we just dumped him into a team like we did Adoy, because now look at how, I feel like dumping him into the team is hindering Adoy's progress in a sense. Even though he's had talent, he's good. I just think he would be better if he would be playing and developing into another player somewhere else. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
I'm just of the opinion that if something falls in your lap and you have a chance to get them, like an Hakimi, you just don't pass up on that opportunity. You just don't.
Yeah,
no matter what the price is. He's one where I don't
Academy burns down, doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't question his price, because it's like I think that is a normal price now for a good player. A few years ago it was 50 million. I think now it's 70 to 80 is the average now for a great player in their position, and he's the best in it. He's the best right wing back. None of this Trent or anything like that. I think he's the best right wing back. I think he is.
No, I agree.
I just think he is. You don't pass up on that opportunity.
My only issue with it, right? If we can get Hakimi, I don't want us to get gap fillers. I am tired of gap fillers because they're very hard to get.
Yeah, I don't want Adama Traoré. Yeah,
I wouldn't mind Adama Traoré. The way I see it is Hakimi, Adama, Livramento. I wouldn't mind Adama. I feel like under Tuchel, we could get a much better Adama that isn't the Adama that people seem to see when they watch Wolves.
We're not supposed to have all of these academy players in our squad.
Yeah. I totally agree with that.
Top teams don't have all of these academy. That's what the smaller clubs have, because they need that.
Andrew, I wouldn't be against it if we're gonna fill the gaps with them. But spending money on players who are like on average or the same level, I just don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't want. Listen, that's fine. Well, that's fine. I just don't want. I just not Adama Traoré. I'm sorry.
That's fair. And
I can see that.
He doesn't elevate.
Spending money on Adama versus saving on Livramento.
He doesn't elevate the squad. He doesn't do that. He doesn't make it better.
What were you saying, Will?
You know, I said about Lamptey.
Shall we move on to the Hakimi thing?
I'm not actively for signing Lamptey ahead of anyone, but apart from I'm ahead, I'd rather sign Lamptey than Adama. I'd rather just re-sign Lamptey.
Why wouldn't you just rather have Livramento than Adama?
No, Marshall. What I mean is, I'm a massive. I really do like Livramento, but if we can't get Hakimi and we're going to buy a wing back, I would rather not spend on Adama. I'd rather go for Lamptey.
Okay.
It was just like a curveball.
Kai, what do you want to move on to next, Kai?
What do you guys want to talk about? Haaland or the fake Rice, man?
Let's move on. Let's do Haaland, because I think the Rice thing would be is a bit.
Yeah,
more,
the Rice is made.
We might forget about Haaland.
Sorry,
Haaland
why
should be ready.
We'll get to Rice again.
Haaland should be ready. Haaland should be relatively quick, because
nothing happened. I'm getting to the point. Like after, I was okay and kind of calm about it until I saw that Harry Kane
1-0 Belgium, Lukaku.
Yes.
De Bruyne assist. De Bruyne assist as well.
Yes.
Lukaku. Love Lukaku.
God,
The
The
assist.
goal is
Lukaku is the 5th favourite for the Ballon d'Or. Come on, Lukaku, get to that top 3.
There we go.
Great
Good
PR.
What were you
Good
saying?
finish.
What was the news today about Kane?
no goal. No goal.
Oh, for fuck's
Yes. There was a 100 million bid.
Yeah.
For,
On us,
for-
Chelsea had
for-
a 100 million.
No,
Man City.
from Man City.
Do you think
Oh.
Do you think if we had a £100 million thing for Kane, I wouldn't put it first?
You think I would be a
in the
fucking
thing?
miserable
Talk about
cunt like this?
Hakimi.
No,
No, I just
Let
let me let Kai talk. Let me let Kai talk. Right, you're right.
Sorry, go
Yeah,
on.
exactly, man. You think I would be a miserable cunt like I am now if we were actually bidding 100 million for Harry Kane? Man. But you know what? It's starting to worry me. Like Chelsea should have learned from the time we went at Lukaku and ended up with Morata that if we just wait for the strikers for the last minute, we're not going to get them. So I think we need to be pushing, because if City get Kane, then we need to act.
Yeah.
I see this board being passive. I don't want us to be passive. I think they're being
No.
too comfortable. You know, they need to do something. They need to start doing something now.
You're right. That's the thing.
Denmark.
Haaland-
Denmark just
Haaland's
conceded a penalty.
What?
Denmark just
Well,
conceded a
Denmark.
penalty.
Oh, Marshall's only doing this for his fantasy.
Shut
points.
up.
He doesn't care
Shut
about Denmark whatsoever.
Marshall don't care
doesn't
about
care about
football.
any of
Let's
your
move on- Yeah, let's move on to Haaland.
If you're a Danish person, Marshall doesn't care about you or your team. He just cares about his own benefits and points from fantasy. You know?
Yeah.
It benefits like this is healthcare or some shit, bro.
If I was on Discord now, I'd say something really harsh, but I'm not going to, so, because we're not on Discord. So,
This guy.
StreamYard
No-
is a safe
no
space
bottle.
for us.
No bottle.
yeah. Okay, Kai, Haaland. There is no news because there was no news for 3 or 4 days before that whole personal terms.
And the fucker is not even playing in the Euro
Oh,
either,
apparently
man. So I don't
so.
understand what are we waiting for, man.
Yeah.
I know, but it's still gonna take a while. I think everyone should just be patient. It's not like FIFA, you know. You can just sign them. I think
like
and
it is
you don't
it's
agree
taking
with
our time
going
because
to a
For
negotiation
City, it
with
seems like
them.
FIFA, though, Andrew. Is it? Like they're actually bidding.
no,
We're still whispering to
no,
his
no,
sister
no,
about
because
him.
their bid got rejected, so it's not like FIFA. But I'm just saying it's like this. I think we've got a free run at him. Okay, we're not. I think we might see some. It might be wrapped up before July starts. So we still got the rest of this month. Still got like 9 days. So plus he can come in right away.
June's already open.
I know. Yeah, exactly. I know. It's halfway through June. But I just think everyone needs patience with Haaland, the Haaland deal. That's all. But you're right. If we don't get Haaland, I'm not Lukaku, and we don't get Lukaku. I don't. Anyone else is just a big downgrade.
You know, if we don't get a Haaland or Lukaku, do we just stick with Timo Werner then, and not like try
Oh,
just
God.
scout just. No, it's not me trying to like. No. I'm literally just saying because you guys don't want obviously. You only want obviously. I do as well. I want Haaland or Lukaku because they're the best of the best right now. And if we don't get them, do we just like wait with Timo Werner, or do we go for like someone like Isaac, or how you say his name?
No.
The Sweden striker. Yeah, like I don't know how you say his name. I call him Isaac, but or we just wait with Timo Werner and Kai Havertz and strike. So how would you guys want to do that?
Yeah, it's going to have to be, isn't it? Because no one else is going to be. The fact it's just not going to be for me. It's just not going to be acceptable if we get like Isak or Isaac, whatever his name is, Andre Silva bullshit.
Oh, Denmark scored.
Someone just said Isak is better than Haaland. What in
The
what
thing is
world?
the thing is with Isak is I'm a fan of him, but there's a but. I need to see another season of him putting up top numbers and improving his game, and I need to see another season of him. I think
There's talent there. There's obviously talent there, but I don't know if he's.
Risk. It's a massive risk.
I agree with some people. I don't think he's ready. I think if Isak were to come to the Prem, were to come to Chelsea, I would like to see him have another season where he puts up better numbers. I'd rather go for Haaland. I'd rather go for someone who's proven, someone who's played at the Champions League level, whose physicality seems to be suited for the Prem. And I hope I'm right about that, because we've seen how players do flop when they come to the Prem for the first season and then pick it up afterwards, or later on in the season rather. And then Lukaku, Lukaku said no. He's going to stay at Inter. We'll see what happens. I do get worried because if we don't get a striker signing, as much as I want to say I'd rather just not get anyone, we do need a striker, because if Tammy were to go, we need someone to replace Tammy, at least to have like a backup striker. We can't just go into the season with one striker. You could put Kai Havertz into the striking role, and maybe that works, but I don't know. It's just, to me,
it's still a risk. I don't think Tammy should stay here. Even if Tammy did stay here, we still need that extra quality, especially if City gets
but like
Harry Kane.
you know what I agree. I wouldn't mind Lewandowski, but you know what I mean, Kai. Like, if Tammy were to go this transfer window and Giroud looking like he's actually gonna go this transfer window to Milan, then we're left for only Timo as our striker, and we can't just go into the season with just one striker. You know, you saw how well Havertz played when he wasn't the main striker against Portugal. He was just making those runs when he had the focus.
He just plays behind the striker.
But exactly. You saw how well he played. Look how well he played. They couldn't pick up his runs. They couldn't stop him. Essentially, he played so well. That's what I want. That's why I want a striker, because you've got the dual threat then. Because they're trying
I don't want us to be backups as well. We should be upgrading our backups, not replacing them with more backups. So for me, Tammy has to go. Giroud has to go. I don't want us to go in the same team we had this season.
Yeah.
What about this though, guys? I know there's no links, and hopefully maybe links do rise up in the summer. But what if we go for Lewandowski? Would you be happy if we don't get Haaland, if we don't get Lukaku, if those deals go sour? What if we go for Lewandowski? Would you be satisfied with Lewandowski for a season?
Lewandowski would be the most ungrateful person in the world. 100% I'd take Lewandowski. If that's on a 2-year deal, I'd take him. I think he is a player that right now would score goals. He's one of the best strikers of all time, if we're being honest. Yeah. He's the best.
He's the best striker of the past decade, for sure.
Apart from Suarez, I'd agree.
No, he's better than Suarez.
I even keep saying I've wanted Lewandowski months now, but obviously...
Haaland,
go on. He's arguably the best striker in the world. Bring him in. 2 years, whatever, 1 year. Couldn't care less. Bring him in.
There's only 2 strikers I'd be happy with if we didn't get the Haaland, Kane, or Lukaku targets. That would be Lewandowski, and unpopular opinion here, I would be okay if we got Calvert-Lewin as well.
Oh no, that's the thing that's the thing that Kai was saying. I don't want.
I still want Calvert-Lewin.
No, I'm sorry. It sounds snobbish, but he's not good enough for us. He's not
the
good enough for us.
You need, Andrew.
No, he's not. No.
He is. He's the
striker for me. He's the striker version of Adama Traoré. If we get him, I don't want him. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm the biggest fan of him, but I can see why
No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to do this, guys.
I triggered Andrew. Jesus.
I wouldn't think I had to do this, guys. You have got to raise your standards higher than Calvert-Lewin. Please, you've got to raise your standards higher.
That's not our first choice, though.
No, I don't care if it's your.
No, it's not our first choice.
Why spend money? But why spend money on a second tier or third tier player when you can get like the first tier, higher tier?
Exactly. With Marshall necessarily, but he's the right profile player.
The thing about Dominic Calvert-Lewin is that this is the thing. It really depends on how we go about this summer. If this summer Giroud leaves, Tammy leaves, we can't go into the next season with just one striker. We just can't. We can't. Someone has to come in. It's either going to have to be, but that's the thing. If we don't get the world class players, and I'm not saying I don't want Haaland, Lukaku, or Kane, but I'm just saying, if we can't get those guys, surely Chelsea are going to get someone. Either it's going to be from the academy or it's going to be another signing. And I'm just saying, if it's either
Dominic
if it's going to be another
Calvert-Lewin.
signing, I'll take Calvert-Lewin or Lewandowski.
No, Dominic Calvert-Lewin is Tammy Abraham who can just head. That's all he is. That is all he is, and I don't want that. We're trying to get rid of. We're trying to get rid of a bang average striker. I don't want to sign a bang average striker for 60 million because that's how much.
I'd rather Calvert-Lewin than Tammy. If I had to be honest with you, I'd rather have Calvert-Lewin than Tammy.
I don't even agree.
You paid 60 million for that, Marshall.
Wait. Marshall, you know City are getting Kane. You know who the champions, like the current champions is City. If we want to compete with City, we should get that level of a strike. We should improve on our team to match them.
No, I agree. Guys, I agree. But I'm also saying that
why do you want to waste 60 million on Dominic?
I don't want to. I'm just saying that if the team, if Marina goes into the season selling Tammy and Giroud, and we're only left with Timo, we're fucked. We're not competing.
I don't care. I don't want Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
But Havertz isn't a striker, and both of you guys just admitted that as a striker he doesn't play as well as he does when he's on the right of a striker or a second striker.
We can spend money on better players. We can get Sancho instead.
Nah, let's get Grealish. If we can't, let's put all the money into Grealish.
Whatever.
There's other options, man.
I don't
or Grealish or Sancho, that's true. But if we're talking about
Shopping
strikers,
at the bottom fucking row, man.
If we get Dominic,
we should be shopping at the top shelf, man.
If we get Dominic,
but this is what they mean. Some people in the chat are saying if we don't get,
hang on. If we get Dominic Calvert-Lewin or Icardi, to me, that's a declaration that we're not going for the title.
Not
that means we're
Icardi.
going for top four. That means top four. We're not going for it. We're not ambitious. We're not ambitious at all. It's a giant waste of time, Calvert-Lewin. Waste of time.
So if we end up selling Tammy and Giroud, then and we don't get Lewandowski, then do you bring up Broja from the academy or wherever he is? I don't even know if he's in the academy.
Broja's going to come back.
What a fucking goal! Okay, sorry guys. Christensen just scored a fucking screamer.
Oh, Andreas Christensen.
Yeah.
Wait.
There you go. Chelsea
what?
News. Andreas Christensen just scored a screamer.
How good was it?
A header or a shot?
It was a screamer. It wasn't like Reece James against Brighton screamer, but it was something similar to that. Holy crap. Freaking Will, is he still on your team?
No.
That's all I care about.
Oh my god, that goal was amazing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was a really good goal, guys.
Guys,
It was a really good goal.
Can we start focusing on the fantasy stuff? Come on, guys.
AC
No,
Penitentiary.
I don't have him.
Okay, let's stop focusing on the game because they don't.
Christensen Slendz just brought up a good point. Christensen has never scored for Chelsea, but he scored a screamer for Denmark right now.
Back to the what we're talking
Yes,
about.
but anyways, I say Christensen a striker.
Can I ask Andrew a question quickly? And you can't say I'd rather what because I know what you're going to say. You have to pick one: Icardi or Calvert-Lewin. I know it's impossible almost to pick, but pick one, please.
Icardi.
No. I'd rather shoot myself in the head. That's my answer to you.
Now, Calvert-Lewin.
I won't answer you. I won't answer. That's how much.
I mean,
They're not great footballers, but
you want
Icardi.
You want Icardi for his wife. That's why you want Icardi. Yeah. You don't want him to Icardi. Oh,
I say
Jesus.
She a bad bitch.
Icardi's got. He's got better mentality than Calvert-Lewin. He's definitely got better
Let's
mentality.
go get fucking Jack Grealish.
Oh shit! What a banger that was. Sorry, I just saw the goal. Sorry. What a
Oh,
banger.
let's not talk about Andrew.
Now you don't want to stick the topic,
Sorry. Kai, have you seen it?
Hypocrite.
You just see it, Kai. It's a banger. I've never seen it
Useless,
like that in my
useless cunt. He never scored a goal for us.
I know, right? Yeah. I know.
Oh wait,
I know,
Belgium
it
just
kinda
scored. I
gets
didn't
me
even see.
Who scored?
I think
It's an
I
own
don't
goal.
know.
It's an own goal.
No, second goal.
Oh, okay, so Haaland's gonna back to Haaland. It's gonna be I think it's gonna be radio silence for another few days before anything on Haaland.
Denmark just scored again, and it was
But
Melee just scored for Denmark.
If it's actually they might go because they're goal difference. But no to Dominic.
Yeah, second place now.
No to Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
Okay, so wait, all right. So if
Please.
we say no to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, what about these links for Isak? Do you accept Isak as a part of the team?
He's a one season thing. It's like Andre Silva. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
But Andrew,
I need more.
Isak's a far better footballer than Andre Silva. Technically, far
yeah,
better.
but
Younger than
he's got
Silva.
17 goals. I don't care. It's like to me.
What do you mean you don't care? That's a factor you've got to put into it. It's
No, I
different
don't.
flopping
I
at
don't
the
have to
age
put
of.
fact.
It's different flopping
Actually-
at the age of 24 than at the age of 17. It's completely
Actually, that's not a bad shout, but I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen. But what do
He's
you
going
guys
back
think
to
about?
Dortmund, guys? He's going back to Dortmund. They've got a 30 mil buyback clause. He's going back to Dortmund.
What do you guys think about?
To me, all it
maybe-
means is that he's now already doing it at 17 means he's going to burn out a lot quicker. That's all. So
He's gonna.
there's more
Isak will
chance
go
of
back
flop.
to
Gonna sell him for
Dortmund
more,
and
man.
get
That's
There's more
Haaland.
chance
We're
of
going to
flop.
get- Do you know why we're going to get Haaland? We should be happy that there's.
I don't want Isaac. I don't want.
Kai, we're
You
getting
remember
Haaland.
James Rodriguez,
We're
man.
getting
Remember
Haaland.
James
Oh, what a
Rodriguez,
turn
man.
by Lukaku. Jesus.
Yeah,
Look at
Lukaku's
it.
good at that.
That's what I mean. If you can't get Haaland, get Lukaku. That's the only thing.
I-
That's the
I-
only
I
striker
actually-
I'll take. That's the only
I
striker
actually
I'll take if
prefer-
we don't get Haaland.
Yeah.
is
Real
Lukaku.
quick.
Lukaku,
Okay, hold on.
To be honest,
Hold on, guys. I have another question for you guys. Let's say we don't get
Show us your face,
Any-
coward.
No, I will in a second. Hold on. Let's say that we don't get any of our striker options. Do you guys then think we should invest in maybe trying to get Mbappe? If Jadon Sancho goes to Man U.
Well, you're asking for more than 150, aren't you, for Mbappe?
I mean, listen, Haaland's going to cost us a bunch of money. Hakimi's going to cost us a bunch of money. Let's say those things don't work out because, Kai's nervous right now. So we got to think of backup plans to calm him down or else he's going to testosterone all over the place. So
I'm going to get one.
Guys,
but we need to-
That normally means we're getting the deal done.
The internet is crap today. My Wi-Fi is like the StreamYard is so rubbish today for me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
StreamYard burns up my phone.
Kai's worrying like a woman. That's what he is. He's worrying like a woman.
I don't think Mbappe will come, but
He's just-
would you?
He has PTSD.
Would you-
No, because
Would you guys-
Andrew, this club
About
this club
2017.
has scarred me so many times, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Mbappe will come.
I don't want no more
do you think
Drinkwater's.
Chelsea should
I don't
make an
want no
effort
more
for
Zappacosta's,
Mbappe if
man.
they can't? If our top
No,
priorities
no.
don't go through, do you think we should make an effort for
Because
Mbappe?
Mbappe is more like a winger than a striker, though. I want us to get a natural striker.
I mean, okay, fair,
Right.
fair.
Let's move on. Let's move on because if I have to,
Yeah, let's
talk
move
about
on
Dominic
to the
Calvert-
most useless,
Let's talk about Dominic
overrated
Calvert-Lewin.
fucking player to ever be linked with Chelsea. Declan fucking. I was
Thanks.
bullied by
Oh, for
5'5"
fuck's sake.
Gilmore Rice, man. Let's talk about that motherfucker, man.
Well, go
Declan
ahead,
Rice. What have I been telling you about that pile of fucking orc shit, man? What have I been telling you about?
And I still disagree with you, Kai. So that's all good.
There is nothing special about him, man. He is literally like dipping fucking tip.
Oh, we're losing Kai here.
Oh no.
Okay.
Thank
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
No,
hear
no,
you.
we
guys
can
do-
hear you.
Can you guys hear me? Declan Rice.
Now we can hear
you.
is
Yeah.
basically-
Yeah.
Declan Rice is basically taking white bread and dipping it in milk, man. That's how fucking boring the guy is, man. I don't want him nowhere near Chelsea, man. There is no flair in the guy. There is no talent. What is he? What is he, man? What is he? What is he, man? I still don't get it. He's not a deep line playmaker.
I don't
His
know.
passing is not that fucking good. His ball control is not that good because he got fucking bullied by fucking Gilmore, who's 5'2", man. So what's the point of this guy? How is he? And then people tell me, oh, he can't play a lone DM. So what can he do, man? What?
He can't
Play a
play
sweeper?
lone
Play as a sweeper for West Ham, man? Nah, leave him at West Ham. That's his level, bro. That's his level. Is West Ham, or give him to United. That's his level too, man. Since United is 2 levels below us, just take him there, man. He doesn't
I have
belong
a
at
question.
Chelsea, bro. He doesn't
Let
belong at
Rice,
Chelsea.
let Rice go. So let Kai go. Let Kai go. Let Kai go.
Basically,
Finish what
I don't
you're
want to
doing.
see Rice nowhere near Chelsea. He can't dance for shit, and he's not a good enough footballer to be a Chelsea player, man. All I'm saying, man.
Kai, if we don't get a DM in the summer,
We don't need a DM.
After-
All of our midfielders are doing much better than Rice, man. So I wouldn't be fucking even crying if we don't even get Rice or any other midfielder, man. Because our
okay,
midfielders
that was my
are
question
doing very,
because
very well.
after seeing Gilmore play and he got man of the match that
Yeah.
match, that gives me a lot more confidence that he's developing into the midfielder that he was hyped up to be, and he gives me confidence. And honestly, like I'm with Kai. If we don't get a DM, I'm not worried. Like I would like Tchouaméni. I don't think Tchouaméni's a bad option. You guys already know I like Kessie. He's my number one choice, but we're not even linked to him right now. I haven't heard any links to him.
Marshall, when Rice played in a high level competition, he hasn't shown me anything that can indicate that he can perform in the highest level. Being bullied by 18-year-old Gilmore in the midfield and being outshined by Kevin Phillips through the entire fucking campaign, then how is he going to make it at Chelsea where you
I'm just going to
have to make
guys, I'm just going to sort out my StreamYard. I'll be back.
Yeah, go for it, Andrew. Go for it. The thing is that, look, I personally, Rice is not my first choice. If Rice were to come to the team, I wouldn't mind it as long as it's the right price, because my only issue with Rice is the price. He's not worth the price that West Ham are posing him as, in my opinion. Not even close to it, in my opinion. But the thing about Rice is that I think he has possibly the most boring position in football, which is to just be a deep lying center defensive mid, prevent the counterattacks, be a fifth or a second or a third defender, but depending on the formation you play. He can't sit there as a lone DM, and he sits there. He doesn't come up. He very seldomly comes up to help in the attack and build up play, which isn't his job, isn't his role, it isn't his position. So it's not entertaining to watch. Which on that merit itself too, it's not worth 80 mil for me. But what I did see, what I did see from Rice that very much made me hesitate to want him, even as a center defensive mid in that very boring position. Surely, even in that position, you must show up to receive the ball from the defenders if you want to play out the back. Which that is something that, and I stated this in the last stream, that is something that Jorginho does that Rice doesn't do. And you see how Jorginho works in the formation that Italy has versus the formation that England has. And Rice knows the players. There's no this idea that there's no chemistry, there's none of this stuff. When Rice is in the team, and I don't know if it's a tactical thing because of Southgate or whatever, you notice that the balls just tend to go to the wing and he plays off the wingers and all that stuff. With Jorginho, there's so much more versatility. There's so much more, like Jorginho maybe will play it back and he'll play it out the wing. Maybe Jorginho will give a long pass to the forwards or the wingers. He'll maybe play it through the midfield. There's so much more versatility and style of play and opportunity and chance creation out of Jorginho that I much rather, because I know a lot of people out there are saying, oh, bring me Rice to get rid of Jorginho, which is ridiculous. Man. I know, exactly. It's absolutely ridiculous thing to say. There's a huge difference. It's a night and day difference between how they play that I much rather have someone like a Jorginho, who is, in my opinion, gonna be considered a world-class player by the end of his career.
Yeah, but Marshall, it's not only Jorginho though. It's like for that 40 million, 40 million, not even 80. There are so many better players. Lacotelli is better. Kamavinga is better. There's so many players who we can pay half of the fucking price, who are going to give us a superior player than him. At Chelsea, you cannot fucking be hiding away from the ball because we're going to be controlling the ball. We're going to be holding the ball.
Yeah, that was
maybe at West Ham you play after the counter attack, but at Chelsea you're not going to be playing counter attacking football most of the time, especially not.
Sorry, Chris.
Yeah, like Haaland was mentioning, man. Like even Kant is playing DM for France and he's doing better than Rice. I don't think that for that 80 million we are upgrading any of our players, and for me that's worrying. 80 million should be completely revolutionize your midfield, and I don't think an 80 million Rice can do that for us. It just can't. That's one of the biggest reasons why I'm against him.
Starting 11. I was gonna say, I talked to West Ham fans as well, like in the space, and they would love to take 80 million off Chelsea for Declan Rice, and I do like Declan Rice. I do like him. I think he's a decent player, but he's not worth 80 million, and the West Ham fans will snatch that from us because they know they can replace Declan Rice with 80 million easily, and that's the problem. Like Chelsea I think they'd be very foolish to go 80 million for Declan Rice. It would be a massive
I don't think they will.
No, I don't think they will either. I think at best we'll probably say we'll go pay 15 million max if we go pay for him. It won't be any higher than that. And Mourinho's good at that.
Yeah, but I don't.
We can get Lacotelli For 40, he would be amazing for us. He would completely change
Might be a bit.
Because I don't understand what Rice brings to this team that doesn't even have in it now. Like what do we have now?
I think
like
you know what it is. I think a lot of it is like, don't get me wrong. I think Rice is a decent player. I don't think he's terrible.
Neither do I, but I don't want decent players, Marshall. I want superior players. What we have
I get it. I understand. I think the big thing that people want this to happen so much is because this obsession with, he was Chelsea born and bred. He's a Chelsea fan. He's best friends with Mason Mount and all this stuff. It's like all this it's the fairy tale stuff. You know what I mean? It's kind of the same thing with the Lampard inners. Like, they very like, and I myself included, we really wanted the Lampard to work. We really wanted Lampard to be, he was our Chelsea captain. He was a Chelsea legend as a player. Now he's doing it as a manager. They really want this youngster that grew up with the academy, grew up with the kids that we play with. He's from Cobham and all that stuff. You know, born raised through Cobham, academy product. They want him to work. And be a part of the winning team, but they don't realize that maybe he's not the best suited for the team. Maybe he's not worth the price that he is. They just there's the rose tinted glasses effect where they see all the pros, but they don't see the cons.
I think what is quite worrying is Chelsea fans themselves fawning over this guy.
So idiots.
Like he's the greatest thing. And now he's a very good player. And he's only 22, so he can get better. I just don't see. I'm all for Chelsea spending money, but I don't know where. I don't know why we're linked. Oh, well, I don't know why we would pay that much for him. I don't think he's worth that.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I just don't. All this always. He knows the club. He left when he's like 13, 14 years old.
What does that even fucking?
Yeah, what does that mean?
He knows where the bathroom is for the first time when he gets there.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, what he knows the people who serve lunch in the academy. But I mean, he doesn't know the club. I hate this thing. It's like going.
That's irrelevant.
Well, he was a Chelsea fan. I don't care if he was a Chelsea fan. I don't care if he was a Spurs fan. I don't care who these players support. Jadon Sancho's apparently a Chelsea fan. He's going to United. You know, these players don't care. It doesn't matter who they support. They will go to whoever they think. But I just don't think Rice. If you're paying 80 to 90 million for Rice, and then we're going on to his wages, which are another thing. So apparently,
I don't believe
wages. Lancey's right. Lancey's a West Ham fan. He has spent more time at West Ham. Yeah, exactly. He's a West Ham boy. He's not a Chelsea boy. I just think. For me, and I know people, I want Chelsea to spend so much on Haaland, but even Chelsea for some deals will look at it and say, is it financially sound? And I just don't think this deal is financially sound.
Yeah, but think about it, Andrew. When you're paying for Haaland, you're paying for that tier of a player, that 135.
Yeah, you're paying for the best.
Just that tier of a player. Yeah. But 80 million is what I value somebody like a Verratti. Can we actually compare Verratti and Rice on the same level? They're not even on the same fucking level. So that 80 million is not his value. Why should we pay over the top just because the guy looks like a pale orc, man? Doesn't fucking make any sense.
Because he's from England.
I want that deal to happen. But that's irrelevant, man.
I don't know. I don't get that one.
I swear. If
you can get Verratti for 90 million.
If he wasn't English, people would still talk about it, but they wouldn't talk about him as much as they do. If he'd be a bit like, you know how Basuma is talked about, from Brighton, good, but no one goes, oh my god. You see, Man City, Man United, and Chelsea are not linked to Basuma. There's a reason why, yeah. There's a reason why. It'd be like that. Do you know what I mean? It'd be like he'd be linked to more Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham sort of thing. I just don't understand the obsession with Rice from Chelsea fans bending over backwards or bending over to accept him to Chelsea when it's like you don't even respect the players you've got here. You know, why are you bigging up like West Ham players when you don't even respect Champions League winners at your own club? That's his fan base for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. The agendas run deep. I just don't. I still don't understand how people. You know what it is? I think it's gotten to a point where the people who don't like Jorginho, the people who don't like Kovacic, they want Rice to promote the agenda, right? And they want Rice to succeed to promote their agenda, and they get to a point where they're just. It's not that they don't see how Jorginho is so great for the team and how Kovacic are so great for the team. It's that they're now choosing to not see how they're so good, ignoring it because they want to be right. And it's just gotten to the point where that's just so. At that point, you're just being a toxic fan. You really are.
But if we want to destroy, why don't we
how can they be
pay for
first of all? Yeah, if they claim to be right, Lampard had the same idea. He's now without a job. He said the same thing about this team, and he ended up with a fucking pie to his fucking face because Chelsea won the Champions League. So if their so-called persona they were looking up for, their idol, whatever, was wrong about it, then what made them think that they know more than the club? If the club was right, I don't know, man. It doesn't make fucking sense to me. Like, how many times can you be wrong for you to think that you're right? You know, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
MG, I hope you're bantering and trolling because
he is
a comment like that. Okay, good.
Yeah.
A comment like that nearly gets you a timeout. Okay, you know what I mean?
Well, guys, I have a question for you, just out of curiosity, because in my opinion, I think Jorginho goes down as a Chelsea legend. I think, in my opinion, he's been here.
He's a Premier League first. He's a Premier League first.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
maybe
he
he was
was
the
a
Premier
Premier
League, but not only, but he won. Wait, did he win an FA Cup with us? No, I don't think he did. He won the Europa League with us, and he won a Champions League with us, and he was pivotal in the Champions League run. He was pivotal in this season as well. And honestly, in all honesty, even under Lampard last season, Jorginho was good. So Jorginho's had been a very solid performer for the team. He only had that one little drought, maybe in the beginning of this season, but
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I think it's a shout for him to be a legend.
I don't know. For me, I consider it a good season if he won something. And so far, for me, winning two trophies with Chelsea. How many did he win? 2 trophies: the Europa League and the Champions League.
The 2 European ones.
He has to win at least the Premier League more for him to be even argued as a legend, not even considered a legend. But
I don't know. I see him as a legend in my book. He was such a huge part of the team, and he's been part of the team for what, 4 seasons now.
Yeah, but to be a legend, you have to be 7, 8, just because I think the word legend is used a lot in football nowadays. Like, it's like people are overusing what the legend is, But that just
Fair enough.
It was hard for Aspie to be considered a legend, and to me, Aspie definitely earned the right to be called a legend now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't agree with you. I would call Essien a legend. I think Essien's a legend for the team.
I mean, come on. He's done everything at Chelsea.
Wait. No, how is Essien not a legend?
No.
He's joking. Come on.
No, listen.
I love Essien. I love the country.
I love Essien.
He's
I will defend Essien. I will defend.
How many games he played for us altogether? How many games he played for us together, man?
I don't know. It was over 100, wasn't it? It was over 100.
Essien won a Premier League. He was part of the Champions League team, wasn't he?
Well,
he was part of the squad. He was part of the squad.
Yeah, but I don't think he even contributed that much to that Champions League run either. I think he was just in the squad.
Oh, come on. Cheering the team on is contribution. Selling Essien kits, make money from the club.
Then all of us here are legends then, because we cheered them on.
We are.
Yeah, cheered them on. Shameless, Marshall. Shameless. I
don't know. When Essien played, he was top notch.
Everybody's a legend for Marshall. If they played for the club more than 2 years, 3 years,
nah, Essien was proper.
Yeah, like Oleg said, he was injury prone a lot. Man, I love Essien, but legend is.
He's a very good footballer.
If he's a legend, that dickhead Gareth Cahill is a legend too, man.
I've been meaning to ask you because I feel like I haven't gotten your opinion on this.
Cahill is a legend. Okay.
Cahill is a legend.
Nonsense.
Kai don't like to admit it, but he is.
I feel like I haven't asked Kai this question.
Has legendary biceps, but
Or at least I haven't gotten a clear, like, concise answer out of
everything.
it. But what do you think? Okay, we don't get Rice. The other CDM that we're linked with is Tchouaméni. What are your opinions about Tchouaméni?
I would love Tchouaméni, man. He's young. He has good ball control. He's comfortable on the ball. So for me, that's a good signing. I don't want to. To be honest, I haven't seen anything from Rice to tell me that okay, he has enough flair, enough passing ability, enough control, with the ball, enough like the ability to handle pressure, because when you play for Chelsea, the pressure is completely different when you play West Ham. You barely get time on the ball. So for me, just from the Euro, it's been for me a really, really like kind of a red light for watching Rice play under pressure that much, and he haven't even played that good of a teams as well for England. England was lucky to get a shit group and still be bad at it, So I don't know. For me, it's a red flag, and anybody else for him would be good.
Do we want to talk about this?
I would not get Ramos if that makes it any.
Well, you
I
wouldn't
think we
go
already have
down.
one pensioner. Because we already have one pensioner. I don't want two. I want us to build another future.
But Kai, don't you think they could like rotate the two pensioners? Like they could rotate Thiago Silva, Ramos, because they both can get injured. They both need rest. Yeah, well, I feel like I would take Ramos and just swap him around
Ramos
with
is younger.
Thiago Silva. Yeah, he's at least a little bit younger actually. He's like 33. He's around there. He's around 33.
No, he's 35.
No. Surely
He's 34.
Ramos is 35 years old.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just
Check it on Google.
He
Oh,
just
wow.
turned 35.
Yeah, he's 35.
I swear I checked last time.
No,
He's
because he's
33.
been at Real Madrid for 16 years. They signed him
wait.
as a.
Why can't we
18,
just go
19.
for Varane, man? Why can't we just go for Varane?
I would love Varane.
Varane. All right, Kai. Kai doesn't know. Varane supposedly extended his contract with Real Madrid.
Since when?
Really?
Today?
Since it was like what, 3-4 days ago?
No, there's reports he might. There's no definition.
Yeah,
Oh, no
no,
definitive.
No definitive. No.
I thought it was a Fabrizio. He extended his thing.
No.
I like how Marshall said it so comfortably. He's like, Kai, shut the fuck up. He said the new contract.
There you go.
No, but like, I was convinced. I thought we already talked about this.
There you go.
I was convinced you did.
Marshall,
Ramos.
one's talked about
Marshall, if my wife ever dies, I want you to tell me about it, man. I want you to tell me about it. I want you to be
So,
the first one
so
to
she
tell
has
me,
a
man.
chance to be alive. You probably won't talk to me ever again after that one.
Kai, go.
You lied to me.
Kai, he
You think no, Scott? You lied to me.
Yeah. Kai, he go. Your wife died. She told me to tell you. She died. Yeah, she died. She told me to tell you. She's just outside in the car, but she's dead. Right now.
She's not dead yet. She's on the way there. She's already seen the sky, like the fucking light,
Yeah, she's doing backflips. Just because she's doing backflips behind me doesn't mean she's gonna survive. Okay, she's fine. Yeah, she passed away. She passed away.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
What else
I
is there
mean,
for us?
Ramos. I wouldn't take Ramos personally because I feel like he is 20 times more injury prone than Thiago Silva. I rather just. I don't think our center defensive. I just. You know what? If it means putting the money into other positions, don't touch center back. I think we'll get away with the center backs the way we have it now for another season. Maybe get rid of Zuma. If anything, if you want to move a player out, get rid of Zuma. Bring in a Gurhi or not Gurhi, Gahey or I don't know, Sar, Ampadu, whoever. Just try rotate people in. Try not to start. To just be part of the team, part of the squad.
Yeah.
Play every now and again, just develop kind of thing. I don't know. I just don't want Zuma
I'm
anymore.
big fan
I'm
of
tired of Zuma.
No, Marshall.
Yeah, but if
Marshall.
we get,
I was gonna say, Sar doesn't even play for Porto, so
yeah,
Zuma is twice. Yeah, Zuma is
I'm just
twice
saying
the player
options.
Sarr.
There's
I'm
options.
not having Sarr. I'm not having that over Zuma.
Marshall,
No way.
I love you, bro, but thank God you're not a football director, man. You literally sell our players and replace them with kids, man. We should sell them and replace them with better players, man. Not just like fucking just sell them for the sake
No,
of
but
selling,
like
man.
what I'm saying is that if it means we put more money into like striker, right wing back, and a center defensive mid, then by all means, get rid of the Zuma. Don't focus too much on the center backs.
I think center backs. I can't like other than Thiago Silva. I don't see any of those center backs as a.
I think we can get away. What I'm saying is, I think we can get away with another season, and then maybe a better opportunity, better deals will come in the next summer transfer window, or maybe even the winter
The main
winter
thing
transfer.
The main thing with centre backs is getting Rudiger to sign this 3-year extension
That too.
to his deal.
Yeah.
That is the most important thing. What I will say is,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Yeah,
say,
yeah, refresh.
Kai, do you know how much Malang Sarr is on at Chelsea a week?
Well,
Don't
fucking
say
£5 and a chicken nugget box, man.
£120,000.
Whoa!
But we did-
£120,000 a week.
He was a free transfer. So they're always going to be
Yeah.
a bit more.
Yeah.
Wait, that's supposedly more than Zuma.
That's
That is
what
more Zuma.
That's what Danny Drinkwater is on.
Yep.
Yo, Zuma's getting ripped off. It's because he watches
No,
anime.
wait. You talk about that. No, Marshall. Rudiger's on less than
They
100.
pay him with Dragon Balls, man. That's what happens.
They pay him with wishes.
They
They pay him with wishes.
Kepa is 155 grand a week.
I understand of Kepa, though,
Yeah.
because he's
4 years,
75 million signing.
4 years
Yeah.
left
I
of his contract, guys.
I hope
4
that
years left.
Lazio rumor's true then.
4
'cause
years of
we
screamers.
need to loan
man.
him out.
4 years of screamers coming our way.
4 years
Jesus Christ.
We're not even halfway through his 7-year contract. We're not even halfway through.
That's a lot of money.
Why did we
Yeah.
sign a 7-year deal anyway with Kepa?
I have no
That's a
idea.
huge
I have no
long
idea.
contract.
Yeah, that
because
was-
because Marina was like, "Oh shit, we found gold.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it as much as we want."
I don't
Oh,
blame
man.
her for buying him. I blame her for giving him the 7-year contract. That's what I
Yeah.
blame. You know what I mean? It's
I
like
never understand that.
we've never done
I never understand why does she have so much power after signing Drinkwater for 38 million, man. That should have been like the straw that broke the camel's back, man. Like
Yeah.
as soon as Roman Abramovich
just
saw that,
agree.
she was like, "That's it. You're not getting any more power." Bad Marina, slap her on the head, man. Bad Marina. No more money spending for you. Man.
That's yeah. But
Yeah.
don't worry, Kai, it'll be a new level when we sign Adama Traoré, Declan
Or
Rice.
Declan Rice for like 80 million.
Declan
I
Rice.
remember
and
the-
Jesus
Danny
Christ.
and Dwight McNeil from Burnley.
Well, do you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
remember?
Uh,
You guys remember when he signed Drinkwater and Zappacosta, and Imanala was holding them like this, like
Yeah.
we just signed 2 world class.
Yeah.
what happened to
You guys hear me?
Kai? Your
Kai,
Wi-Fi's really
Kai,
mad
Yeah, I said
today.
you
Oh,
remember.
there he is. There he
Oh,
is.
there he is.
Yeah, I don't know why. You guys remember when Imanalo signed Zappacosta and Drinkwater, and he was hugging them like this, like we just signed the 2 biggest names in football, man.
Right, do you remember?
Oh,
Do you remember when we
my
signed
God.
Danny
Yeah.
Drinkwater?
This club has no
Like,
shame,
Do you
bro.
remember we signed Danny Drinkwater? It's like, yeah, he's going to come in. He's going to go in midfield with N'Golo Kante. They're going to win. They're going to win the title again, just like they did at Leicester. Just
Bro.
never happening. Just never happening.
I'm
I think
actually
it came
annoyed
to
with
the
that 'cause
point,
I
I think it came
Go
to the
on.
point that Kante went and complained to the board. He's like, I don't want to play with him anymore.
He goes, no, he went.
He's so bad.
He went.
I-
Why have you bought him? I just got rid of this fuck. I just got away from this fuck. Why have you bought him?
Now I have to carry him.
Fucking stalker.
when
Oh,
when I
man.
saw Declan Rice, not Declan Rice, Danny Drinkwater coming, it annoyed me. I was on the way on holiday and everything, and it just I was in the mood after that. I couldn't. I was so angry with like.
Chris,
seeing
can I
watching
tell you
Danny
something, Chris? Can I
Drinkwater.
give you some life advice?
Advice?
Yeah, if a
Okay.
football transfer ruins your holiday, then the holiday wasn't good to begin with.
No, no,
Yeah.
it ruined my night.
That's a fair
It
point.
ruined, no. Okay, it didn't ruin my whole holiday. It just ruined the night.
Even if it ruins the night.
It did.
Are you-
We're
I was
finishing,
angry.
we're finishing, bro. We're gonna finish in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, actually, Jem, I need you
okay.
for Jem. I need you. I'll speak to you later for a show because later this week because about some player that we spoke about earlier. So
Anyway,
Wait.
oh yeah, sorry. I thought you froze then.
there's nothing left for us to talk about as far as transfer,
There
right?
is
there
nothing.
anything
No.
else for-
Yeah.
Nah, not really.
Euros has been taking up all the transfer news.
Yeah,
and stuff,
yeah. It's taking
essentially.
up most of our show times because everyone does the reviews and everything like that. So,
Yeah.
but we'll be doing stuff later this week because obviously after Wednesday, there's like 2 days before the round of 16 games start, and there'll be more before the quarterfinals. So, I am asking that first, and thank you very much. But yeah, we'll be doing more stuff going forward. We'll get you guys more involved as well because we haven't done that for a bit.
Hit that like button, guys.
Yeah, oh yeah, Jim. Krusty Rocket, yeah. Krusty
The Krusty Rocket.
How are you feeling
Gem,
about that?
Gem, he's never scored for Chelsea though.
He
He's never scored for Chelsea.
He banged in something like that, eh? Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
The
That's
goal.
If he shoots like that, I want him doing that next season. I just want him, instead of Zuma, I
Bro,
want Christensen shooting.
That's when he can play
against
again.
Russia, man. It's against Russia though, so let's not.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, okay, all right.
It's only Russia.
Yeah, so if you like what you see, like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Links to Discord, YouTube, and Twitter are in the description. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. We'll let you know when we're going to do another show. But he hasn't said it in a while. I wonder if he remembers how to do this. But from Marshall, Will's gone, Real Chris, myself, Andrew, Kai, say it, my friend.
Hello.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're waiting for you. You know what?
Bro,
Kai looked like
froze.
Kai looked like that Christ figure on top of Brazil, the Rio de Janeiro.
I
froze, yeah. Is that...
I thought I froze. He was like standing
I
there.
froze. I was looking at the front. But anyway, people, take care of yourself. Take your vitamins. Don't do drugs and enjoy the Euros. We'll see you guys later, man. Take care.
Peace.